Ooh. That must hurt. Tip. Yeah, get him. Get him. Welcome back, everyone, to another scene reaction with Chatterbox. My name is Joyce, and today I'm joined by the lovely South London skanker, Sean.
Hey, what's going on, Joyce?
All
good to see you again.
Yep.
You're looking a little bit Spanish.
What?
Because you're looking at it. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Mexican?
Because my hair's tight, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like the hairstyle, the earrings, the top. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Next up, we have the lovely, the one and only, ladies love Andre.
Hey, you all right?
Hey. Yep. How are you, Andre? That's the question.
I'm always good when I see you, Joyce. Always good when I see you.
Always, right? P as always offended with anything and everything.
Such a hater.
All right. Such a hater. So we don't need to introduce him as such, but hey, welcome, P, the man with opinions.
Hey, Joyce, you're looking Spanish today.
Oh, don't copy what Sean just said.
I don't know. It must be the hair.
Can't even be original. Can't even be original for once.
All right, you know what?
Anyways.
Joyce, you're looking Portuguese.
Oh, shut up. Rubbish. All right. Now let's move on to what we're here to do today. We're going to react to a fight scene from a 2019 Tamil film called Asuran, directed by Vetrimaran, starring Dhanush, Manju Warrior, and Prakash Raj. So let's get right into it and see what this fight scene is all about.
Yeah.
That guy looks worried.
Dhanush, he transforms in every movie, I feel. Can't even recognize him.
You're not going nowhere, mate.
Ooh. That must hurt. Tip. Yeah, get him. Get him. Oh, very clever.
Hey,
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
slicing them up now.
Yep. There you go. No. Kill him. Kill him.
என் குடும்பம் ஒத்தையில நின்ற கூட இருந்தா இப்போ உங்களெல்லாம் விட்டு போறேன்.
Why did he not kill him? He had golden opportunity.
You're so violent, Joyce.
Listen, if someone's hurting Dhanush, I want Dhanush to just kill them.
P's rubbing off on you. No, I'm joking.
I knew I was a hero. She's finally inspired. She wants something dark and sinister.
Shut up. You wish.
That was
inspired.
Yeah, that was interesting. There was like no context of what was going on. Like I know we watch like lots of scenes and sometimes we don't know what's going on anyway, but this one was especially like no context for anything really. It was just I'm killing all these people. And then intermission.
I think in this, I think he's he's beating up these guys because they were coming after his son, the guy who threw the thing,
Yeah, yeah.
the
It
bomb in
was,
the
yeah.
sand.
The fighting was okay.
Hmm.
It was okay. There were some funny moments, intentionally or unintentionally, but it was funny anyway at certain moments. And some moments it was like, yeah, I like what he's doing, cutting him up, and some stuff with a stick, and then some stuff was like, yeah, it's okay. So it was a weird one for me. It was just okay.
Okay.
Watching this is funny because I feel that the film would actually intrigue me, but the scene didn't. That scene that I saw didn't really intrigue me because it felt very jumpy. Even the scene that I saw, it felt like, I don't know if it's the YouTube clip or the actual film, but it felt like bits were missing, and there was not a flow of the continuity that I wanted to see. Yeah, I like the impact. I like the sound effects. The score music was good, but the fighting, it just wasn't gripping enough. Yes, there's elements of violence, but I just thought there could have been something more. And where it finished at the end, where he threw away the spear instead of just going straight in the guy's jugular, I was a little bit gutted there. I was like, kill the guy, do something more dramatic. I was like, oh, after all of that, you just let him go. Really? That's all you did? But I'd like to know more about this. I'm intrigued. And as Joyce said, finally agree on something, it wasn't violent enough. But maybe it's
I don't
because
think those
Joyce
were
has
my
finally
exact words,
admired that
but
I like things dark and gritty.
Yeah, I would say I mostly agree with what they've already said there. There wasn't any context really. I have heard a lot of things about him from Joyce, and I've seen people in the comments as well refer to him, how good he is at his acting and stuff like that. And I think it was Karnan was the other one he was in when he
yes,
was riding the
and
horse.
Jagamme Kandiram.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
and even that one I didn't quite connect with when we reacted to that trailer, but I would still say that had a more context to it than even this scene.
Yeah.
So I definitely see why Andre and P are saying what they're saying. But that being said, there was definitely moments that I enjoyed in the fight. And it wasn't the best fighting scene. I mean, you know, if you look at some of the other stuff that we react to, like Anwar John, Vidjot, and you know, the list goes on. But I still enjoyed moments of it. You know, it was a combat with a stick rather
Yeah.
than, you know, a lot of the stuff we watch has guns, knives in it. So that was a little bit different and unique. And maybe that was something that comes from the culture. Maybe it's a traditional thing why they
Yeah.
were fighting with sticks. And that was a bit intriguing. Is that in relation to the film, you know, what tribe they're in, or, you know, what is the background behind that? And I suppose you given a little bit of background about that possibly being his son. I suppose
Yeah,
that
he
makes a bit of
definitely is
sense as
his
well.
son. And I'm sure that those guys were trying to get his son, and I think Dhanush came to rescue his son, and that's the reason he's kicking all these guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, if that was happening, then that makes sense why he was so angry and wanted to, you know, take out all the bad guys. You know, just him on his own.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting enough for me to say I want to know a little bit more about the film. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I think, you know, overall it's a lovely little scene, but because we don't have context to it, it doesn't sort of like grab your attention completely. But as P said, like the background score was really good, as I've said a gazillion times already about also South Indian movies. And yeah, I really I love Dhanush, and no matter what role he does in whatever movie, I love watching him. He's such a great performer. And yeah, so I really wanted him to kill that guy at the end, and so I was disappointed that he didn't. I'm sure he had a very good reason for not, because I'm sure he's the bigger person, but still I would have loved to see him kill him. Does that make you happy, P? Yeah,
Hey,
you got what you wanted.
you know what? You're looking smarter today than usual.
Why do we have to go back to my looks? I was talking about Dhanush and the fight scene that we just reacted to.
No,
How
I'm giving
is
you
that
a
even related?
I'm giving you a compliment. I'm actually saying that you're coming across smarter today because you even agreed with me, and I like the wavelength that you're actually on. So
No,
Just
P, you
because
said
I agreed
look
with you.
smarter. You went on looks, P, and I don't accept that. That is disgusting behavior. Right? You shouldn't do these things on Chatterbox.
Yeah.
We do not accept that, okay?
Absolutely. Just because I agreed with you, you're trying to say today I look smarter. Yeah? That's your whole point, basically. Whatever. Ignore him, as always.
Sorry, Joyce.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. That was our scene reaction to Asuran. Let us know your thoughts, guys. Give us the context. Let us know what was happening before the scene started so we get an idea of what was happening. And should we watch the movie? Would you recommend that to us? Let us know. We'd love to know. So please do not forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and support us on Patreon. And until next time, this is the Chatterbox crew signing out. Peace.